I recently went to a McDonald's outlet here and I saw something strange. Korean burgers. I didn't give it much thought at that time. Then I saw the same thing at a KFC. Then at a Burger King. There's Korean options everywhere. I could not understand where this Korean fetish came from. Kids and teenagers everywhere in India today are watching Korean drama and K-pop music. At first I thought it was like the anime culture. But there was something entirely different. So I started looking into it. Why? Where did this Korean culture come from? It's not like we understand the Korean language. Then why are so many young people obsessed with this Korean culture? So to find out more, I started digging about this. And turns out this isn't something new. And it started all the way back in the 1990s. In April of 1992, three young boys performed on a live TV talent show. Korean lyrics with a fusion of American music styles like hip-hop, rock, coupled with synchronized dance moves and socially conscious lyrics. This was something nobody had ever seen before. But the judges weren't impressed. And the boys even got the lowest rating from the jury. But everybody who heard that song that day absolutely loved it. The song and their self-titled debut album became so successful that they sold over 1.5 million copies of the album within just a month of its release, and even climbed to the top of the music charts and stayed there for a record-smashing 17 weeks. That single performance by Seo Taiji and boys disrupted everything. Unknowingly, they had just launched what the world would later recognize as K-pop.
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 Or K-pop. K-pop. Korean pop.
K-pop.
My name is Varun Guntur and you're watching Breakdown by TBH. Now, when you listen to that story, you might think K-pop just got lucky. But in fact, it's far from it. Yes, that first unexpected super hit was definitely by chance. But everything they did after that was pure strategy that was orchestrated by the Korean government to export the Korean culture to the entire world. In 2023, Hallyu-related exports were estimated to be worth over $14.2 billion. And the K-pop events market alone is expected to reach $20 billion by 2030. Because of this Hallyu strategy, the entire world now has adopted the Korean culture. In fact, even the Korean government started backing this industry by giving them funding and tax breaks. The Korean government even gave money to academics and foreign embassies and even put aside around $300 million just for Hallyu. See, back then there was no Spotify. And it was all radio stations. So the Korean government also made sure that the K-pop music reached US billboards. Because from the US billboards, music reached radio stations and music channels all across the world. Now, even with all of these efforts, K-pop wasn't as big as it is today. The world really started dancing and playing K-pop at parties after Psy's 2012 K-pop hit Gangnam Style. That one song in the music video proved that music has no language. Gangnam Style was played everywhere from parties to college fests. The official Gangnam Style video that was uploaded on YouTube in 2012 has 5.6 billion views today. Even the re-uploads and live shows have millions of views. K-pop is very different from other genres of music videos. These K-pop band members are designed to look like they come from some fantasy. Every one of these K-pop band members are really good singers, really good dancers, and even very good looking. And just like how in India we have the IITs and the IIMs, in Korea they have entertainment companies where they create these superstars. They have three main agencies called the Big Three. They are responsible for recruiting, financing, training, and even marketing new artists, as well as managing their musical activities and public relations. These superstars are trained for 6 years, just like in a college. These agencies first find talented candidates by conducting auditions and street selections. Then they put these selected candidates through a grueling training that can extend up to 6 years. And then they launch only the most promising trainees in groups. And even after all this intense training, there is still a chance that most of these trainees will never make it to debut in a group. Apart from this Big Three, a fourth agency joined their ranks called Hype Labels, also known as Big Hit Entertainment, after one of their group, BTS, became the largest K-pop group in the world. And BTS alone accounts for $4.65 billion, that is 0.3% of South Korea's entire GDP. The competition to become a K-pop star is huge. Big Hit Entertainment alone receives hundreds of thousands of applications every year, from which they select only 20 kids. During their trainee days, these kids are tested in their vocal skills like voice, tone, vocalization, and rhythm that can be adapted to the current trends at a global level. Some of these young trainees even attend school at the same time. There is no age limit to become a trainee. Now, training these K-pop idols costs agencies around $3 million on average, with over 100 groups debuting yearly in South Korea, but only about 5% succeeding long term. Once the contract with these selected candidates are signed, these companies then start to resemble an IPL franchisee, like RCB or CSK. The artists have to give a share of their profits to the talent company. And these contracts also include lifestyle restrictions from drinking, dating, and other morality clauses. These agencies also make money just like IPL franchisees by selling tickets, selling merchandise, and even hosting concerts. And they're even expanding all over the world really fast. The company behind BTS, HYBE, is also trying to launch here in India during September or October 2025. K-pop first gained traction in Northeast India, especially Manipur, in the early 2000s when some local rebels banned Bollywood movies. This led the local people to Korean dramas and Korean music as an alternative to Bollywood. Talking about BTS, this band has broken all records and was officially named the biggest recording act in the entire world in 2020. The Bangtan Boys, or BTS, was created as a new kind of idol in 2010 and assembled a group of teenagers for a group which literally translates to the Bulletproof Boy Scouts, which would eventually go on to become Bangtan Boys or BTS. Instead of the normal studio approach where idols are trained to be pleasant and mild, BTS is the exact opposite. Each of their idols is someone that the audience can relate to. BTS did not have strict contracts. They were also allowed to discuss everything. They were allowed to use social media to promote causes that they really care about. Even their lyrics spoke about the intense pressures placed on Korean teenagers to do well. But how did this one band break through all cultural barriers across the world and become so big? Well, it's a combination of changing the K-pop studio culture and the way these idols are produced. The approach BTS has taken to building its fan base and interacting with its fans, also known as the ARMY. The BTS ARMY is real. At one point, the group store crashed Ticketmaster's website, selling over 3 lakh tickets in just a few minutes. And these tickets were priced at an average of $500. The BTS YouTube channel alone has around 10 billion plays within a span of 1 year. And from that 10 billion, 1 billion views come from just India alone. In fact, on one of the BTS members' birthday, his Indian fans even put up a dedicated billboards across multiple cities wishing him a happy birthday. After the interest in K-pop, people have now started to embrace Korean culture. More people watch Korean movies, Korean Netflix shows, and even started to enjoy Korean food. The demand for everything Korean is huge. It's time we learn about this, adapt, and start exporting our Indian culture globally, just like the Koreans. That's it for me. If you like this video, smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more such content. Until next time, bye-bye.